Port-au-Prince, Humanitarian Aid Insecurity Theater for Profit. Port-au-Prince is not just a city in crisis. It has been turned into a permanent stage where suffering is endlessly performed for money and power. Every burned home, every displaced family, every masked gunman becomes part of a carefully curated spectacle. That spectacle is sold to the world as proof that Haiti is helpless, violent, and beyond self rule. Fear is the product, Haiti is the factory. A few square kilometers of chaos are projected onto an entire nation of 20,000 square kilometers. The visual tricks shrink Haiti into a caricature that can be managed, occupied, and exploited. The international media does not show Haiti, it edits Haiti. It selects images that confirm old colonial stereotype about black disorder and danger. Those images move faster than facts, sharpening public opinion before anyone asks who benefits. And someone always benefits. Behind every crisis headline is a scarring industry of NGOs, security firm, consultant, foreign agency. Their budget grows when Haiti bleeds. Their influence expands when Haiti institutions are weak. Stability would put them out of business. You better believe it. You can bet your bottom dollar it will put them right out of business. So Haiti must remain a permanent emergency. That's all they've been doing. This is why decades of humanitarian aid have produced so little development. Actually, to be frankly, it has not produced any development, to be honest with you. I think in 2025, some people started to ask the real questions outside of Haiti. And the question the world started to ask, y'all been there for a long time. What's the development? There's been over 16 something plus interventions. What happened to those billion? Why are we still begging in their name? What's going on here? We're still asking for kids. Why are there still needy kids over there? Why are we still asking for schooling? That shouldn't that schooling be fixed already? Why are we still screaming they have food insecurity? Um, y'all been down there for almost 4 or 5 decades, and y'all still screaming food insecurity. So the world is like something is not right here, man. It's the same damn people, man. They've been begging. It's the same damn people that have been involved in all of the damn interventions over there. What's going on here? See, the world never forgot. They said they came to help them. The world remembered the cholera outbreak. They're like, damn, what the hell they gave them over there? They all throwing up. They throwing up until they die. What the hell did they release over there? So the thing is, the NGO community cannot the NGO community cannot make the world forget that. Okay, they have a lot of questions for them, and the thing is, they don't have answers. Like one of the questions they have for them: why is there not a real police force over there that's there to protect the people? Y'all been in there for a long time. Why have that never been ironed out? Number two, why was the military of Haiti dismantled? Was it dismantled so we can keep this intervention nonsense going? Why would a country military be disabled? And I remember when one of the Russians representatives asked that question at the United Nations, you can see they just swallowed spit in their throat. They were so shy. It was like they didn't see that question coming. And then another question they asked, they were like, why do we need intervention? Why don't we just stop the gun flow, stop the bullet flow? What is this intervention about? They don't make the. I think one of the Chinese men was like, "Hey, they don't make guns. They don't make bullets. So we want the killing to stop. Cut off the bullets. It'll stop. Guns can't shoot without bullets, right? But stop the flow of gun. Then we don't need an intervention. We just need the gun flow to stop. We need the bullet flow to stop. you know. Because for me, I felt like he was saying, we know you guys are the ones flooding the place with guns and bullets. So you guys can come here and scream, and we're sick of it. Okay? The fact is, you guys have not delivered over there. We're having all of these meetings and there's no delivery. We having all of these flowery speeches. We having all of these closed door meetings, and there's no delivery. Whatever it is you guys are saying, there's no delivery on the other end. And that's the truth. There just is no delivery. So what they're doing here, in this theater, that's what I call it. It's only 2,000 kilometers worth of 2,000 square kilometers, which is Port-au-Prince. The whole country as a whole is 20,000 square kilometers. I like, hold up, this is a real goddamn movie set. Okay, because I'm not from Port-au-Prince, but I went over there and I was sitting. I'm like, this is a whole goddamn movie set going on here. Really, you got camera in their faces all over the damn place. You got foreigners coming in from all over the West, driving in cars, pointing, taking pictures and stuff. Like, what the hell? It's like a whole movie set. It's like they came to Gawk and the place is red line and all this. I'm like, this is not help. Um, so that's why they keep Haiti in this permanent emergency. This is why decades of humanitarian aid have produced nothing, if you want me to be honest with you. There are thousands of projects, but always there are thousands of projects, no lasting system. None of the projects never come through full fruition. None of them ever do on that terrain. You have time where you have a project, I'll be honest with you, a project that may have been earmarked for a couple 100,000, maybe a million, 2, 3, 4 million, and then you go there, you just see like a flat, um, just the base. That's it. Or you just see a hollow shell, but it's nothing in there. There's no doors, there's no windows, just a hollow shell. Okay, where did the money go? It went with them. It was mined. It went with them. It never stayed on the terrain. That was just something just to optically make it look like they're breaking ground, like the little tricks they like to play. You know, um, there are endless report of no accountability. There have never been any accountability. And the reason there's just never any accountability here, you know, because the government was hollowed out because they thought about they had the model, they knew what they were going to do, and most people don't know that it was a testing ground, and the test for the NGO system had failed spectacularly over there. It failed in every sense of the word fail. You can write 500,000 books on what not to do when you are in the business of NGO. Okay, number one, you don't gut out the government system of any damn country. Number two, there needs to be some hindsight. There need to be some earmarks. There need to be benchmarks. There need to be checkpoints and stuff. Here, there was none of that stuff. There's just no accountability at all. Um, Over there, it's not punished because failure is profitable. Okay, um, displacement create image, and image create money. Okay, 2 million people losing their home becomes a profiting opportunity. Now, these 2 million people that lost their home, what is never being told to the planet is that the paramilitants will suck on them. It's very graphic, the image of the homes. They were given weaponry to rip these people homes to shred. Every house had big, huge, like weapon that can pierce through buildings. So it's like from one side, this piercing go completely through all the homes. The homes are pierced through. The roofs are ripped out. Everything in the house is damaged. Everything is removed. People go in there. There's nothing in there at all. It's like their homes were looted. Okay, so the misery is turned into marketing. How is the misery turned into marketing? They're gonna go in there and film it. They're looking for because there are sanctioned, like most people don't realize they have choke points, meaning that they have officially stopped traditionally the rural area, which are the agrarian base, the farming base. They would come to the city and sell produce. They have blocked the roads. So if you block the roads to certain parts, especially to the mass population, especially to the ghetto dwellers, they won't have access to food. And you already burned them out of their homes. Keep in mind, these people were burned out of two, three, four, 5 bedroom homes. They're on the street. But the way the theater is going to sell it, they're going to sell it like as if these people always been in the street. But that's not the truth. The truth is they suck the paramilitants at them to create that optics so they can sell it to the world. So we can expect for them, I'm expecting for them, if not 2026, 2027, within that time frame, I'm expecting for those dogs full of fleas, lice, ticks, and mice and all kind of illness unknown to mankind. I'm expecting for them to open their filthy mouth to try to run a campaign screaming, let's help," and we all know it. Them, they don't care about helping. It's all about money. Everybody knows their pinky bank is running low and they need re-up, and so they flooding the ether, they flooding the internet, they flooding the world with that filth. We have local elites, international actors. They both feed off the system, and it's the NGO complex. They feed off this. One control the territory, the other control the capital. The Haitian people are the ones that pay the real price for this. So I'd be like, no, don't listen to them. They're not telling you the whole story. They're not telling you in context. They're not telling you that's a movie set. They're not telling you. They're creating it. Like just like you create a real movie set. They have turned 2,000 kilometers into a real movie set. That's the part they're not sharing with the world. They're doing it for profit. They're not doing it because they have love for the place. They're not doing it because they have conscience for the place, because the money doesn't stay on the terrain. The money puts their kids to school. The money helps them build a beautiful life for themselves, the NGOs. They put their kids to school. They buy homes, they buy cars, they have fancy vacation, they live high off the horse, they live in enclave. They don't live near the people, especially in the Port-au-Prince area. They live in the enclaves, and the area is red marked, and it's always been like that with them, especially for the last 5 decades with these people. So for me, this ain't got nothing to do about helping Haiti. It never had nothing to do with the people. It don't have nothing to do with a place called Haiti. It's just a business model. It's just a way for them to make money. It's always been like that. I don't remember a time it has been like that. I'm 47 years old. That crap started before I was even born. When they moved their little tail in with this nonsense about they helping, and they ain't never help a damn thing. Okay. Um, if it were, Haiti would not look the same after 30 years of intervention. Okay. That is something that people have to really ask themselves. Why does the place still look the same? The place look the same because it's a business model. This is how some people butter their bread. There is no, 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 no at all, no intention of changing because they think it's forever. They would love to pass it on to their kids and their grandkids to be out here on the streets begging in the name of the people. They would like to enhance it because literally they used to have a couple thousand. Now they forced 2 million people out their homes. The thing about it that I find so horrific, these homes these people had, some of these homes took these people 5, 10, 20, 15, 30 years to build people. And these homes are not like government assistance. There was no government that gave them any assistance. People literally became like human mules on the street, pushing knickknacks, people polishing shoes, people selling knickknacks, people planting food, bringing food to the city for them to sell, people doing everything, people doing things that you should not do just to put a roof over their kid's head. There was no government assistance here. This was nothing but their sweat. And for me, I find it very malicious. I find it very vile. I find it very callous that these people will burn out of their home like their hard earned work, man. This is people life work. Like I was seeing video, there was some people that were like in tears, like, God damn it, I spent 30 years doing it, these little thugs, man, to burn me out my goddamn home, man. And then people were like, hey, you still got life. And people like, F a life, man. My life was that damn thing. I earned that land, man, and I earned that damn house. Look what they did. Look what they did, man. And the people are like, yeah, it's stupid international, stupid NGOs that want money. This is how they make their money. This kind of filth that they do here. Because what was happening here was that what the world don't realize, people coming in, and people like, well, yeah, we see pockets of it. We see some areas that you can consider the undesirable location, the areas that's not looked after, the areas where the people don't have any means, and they're like, it's not as vast as you guys were saying it. So they heard that, being the dark little creatures that they are. They have no soul, no conscience, that are not even human, if you ask me, because they don't have the ability to feel. So for them, that means, oh, we have to intensify this. We have to make sure there's more of them on the street. And so that is where we get the 2 million of the people on the street, okay? The truth is that Haiti is suffering. The suffering in Haiti is more valuable than Haiti recovery. And that's just the way the NGO work. It cannot thrive where there is a functioning country. It can only thrive with its filth. It can only thrive in chaos. That is why accountability is always postponed. And then another thing that they're pushing is this whole amnesty nonsense. For me, I am very anti amnesty. I'm like, amnesty for what? They're not sorry. They're not sorry, people. They know they're not sorry. We know they're not sorry. So what is this amnesty about? And then they say they need a dialogue. A dialogue. A dialogue for who? You're not sorry. You don't care about the dialogue. You just want to ensure that you don't go to jail because they understand a real government come in. They're going to want accountability for all of this stuff. This is why they have to place lock in this intervention. The intervention is more so they can hand select a government, and in this whole hand select a government, they can have this government give them a carte blanche. And what the carte blanche is to say, hey, that the nation Haiti will not prosecute any crimes such as organ harvesting, such as PDFing, such as the people that their homes got burned down, that they because they know these are some real crimes. But like I said, it's not consciousness. This has nothing to do with consciousness. This is not because they feel sorry for the place. They don't care about the place. Don't care about the people. Don't care about the history. Don't care about the land. The only thing that drives them, the only driving factor is money. That's the only thing that drives them. They don't have no connection to the land. They're not biologically connected to anybody on the terrain. They don't have no biological connection to the history. They don't have no biological connection to anything of that land. So it don't mean a damn thing to them. If they woke up and the whole damn thing is up in smoke, it wouldn't matter to them. The question is there money? Can I get money from the scene? Because it's a movie set. So that is why every solution is always temporary. And what I mean by temporary, when one intervention stop, another one immediately is put in place within 5 years. And the way they do it is that they ramp up their paramilitants, they arm them up to the teeth, they arm them to the teeth, and then they release them on the poor population. And here's the humorous part about the whole thing: the very population that they out here screaming and hollering that they want to help. Unlike people, those are the same population that they're going to PDF. Those are the same population they're going to organ harvest. Those are the same population that they're going to starve. Those are the same population that they're going to suck their paramilitants and have guns and bullets to kill. Those are the very same people that they're asking you for help. Those are the same people that's going to get abused in the system to keep their pocket well full. That's their scheme, man, and it's been going on for a while. So, and history is manipulated to support the control. And what they do here is that they try to erase history. They try to manipulate it to make it look like, oh, it's always been like that. No, it's not always been like that. It's been like that since those dogs with fleas, ticks, and lice. They have no soul. They have no conscience. They are not human beings that are really dark in nature. Anybody that claims that you're going to go help people, you will harvest them, you ask me, you're not a human being. Anybody that claims you're going to go help and you PDFing kids, the little ones, you're not human to me. Anybody claiming that you're going to go and help and you'll cut off food supplies so that you can create and initiate people so you can show people, anybody claim you're going to go help and you give instruction to violate the youth of the area and then to bullet them up. Anybody claiming you're going to go help and you drone birthday parties, you're not helping. Anybody claiming you're going to go help and you dropping drones on schools, that's not helping. I don't know, exterminating people. When does that become help? When does exterminating people at birthday parties become help? When does exterminating people at weddings become help? When does exterminating people in churches become help? When does exterminating people minding their business, sitting in the house, ain't do nothing to you? You just dropping drones on it. How's this help? So this is not help. For me, I know when the dust settle, there's going to be shitload of dead people over there with this whole because right now they're desperate. We hear the dogs full of fleas, lice, and ticks, and all kind of illness known to mankind. We hear them screaming, barking like wild, like dogs that have rabies. If they can, if they can, they'll stay, they'll stay. What they are really doing is saying, "We need money, we need money, we need money." That's basically what those dogs are basically saying. And leaders who resist empires are erased or demonized. We've had a lot of leadership over there that have been exterminated. We have a lot of them that's been demonized, especially when they don't want to go with it. Leaders who try to accommodate empires, they're always praised over there. The goal is to make resistance look dangerous and submission look responsible. This narrative prepared the world to accept more intervention. And that's basically what they're doing. They have all these big hit pieces. You have people that don't live on the terrain. They don't even have a fog idea of what's going on the terrain. These big platforms are flying in and they magically know how to talk to the gangs. I'm like, it's easy. It's well known. It's a proven fact. I'm like, just go to the American embassy, go to the French embassy, go to all the embassies, so they get a list. They'll give you a list and you pick. I'm like, it's not so much journalism they're doing. They're giving a list of the people for them to talk to. Simple as that. Barbecue is a headline, so everybody knows barbecue number. So when they go there, they say, hey, this is barbecue phone number. This is where he can be reached at and stuff like that. You have Taba. That's where all the foreign embassies at, and then outside of it, who lives there? Them and the gangs live there. And then another thing that I found to be so grotesque was when one of I think his name is Daniel Corkins. He had opened his mouth when he was down there. He's like, "Oh, we need the gangs. The gangs give us security." Now, a lot of people they were really upset. They need to make him non-person, non-God, and throw his little tail out there for saying that, you know. And then you have Madame Laline that was at the United Nations. She opened her mouth. She said the biggest thing she ever did, and she's so proud of. She created G9, which is a gang. She said she federated them. She created them and federated them down there. So we literally have this woman at the United Nations that literally on a microphone saying that's what she did over there. And she's so proud of what she did over there. She created gangs over there and she federated them. And then she released them on the people. And in a normal world, that woman should have been arrested for crime against humanity. In a real world that has real justice, she should not be on the street corner saying this stuff, you know. And then I think she opened her mouth and said a few things, and Chauvenet told her she better get her tail out of there. And then also, many people's like she's non-person, not grata. And being the dog that she is, the typical dog that eats shit, that have fleas, that have ticks and lice. We don't expect anything different from these freaking dogs that have fleas and ticks and lice on them. We're not expecting normal human behavior. Like I said, these are not normal humans. Their behavior is very vile. It's very disgusting to say the least. Because the fact is, what we have here, we have people willingly attacking a nation that's not doing anything to them. People that's just minding their business, try to live in a land that their ancestors fought and left for them. And then you have these buffoons, these clowns coming around the corner with their fake friendship and their fake development that's not really development. It has nothing to do with the place of the people. It has everything to do with their pockets. And then they have this well greased up propaganda machine. When I mean this stuff is well greased up, is well greased up. I'm like just a little, like, to be honest with you, I'm just like a little a speck in the machine. My voice never really gonna get out there like that. But I'm just like a little speck. I'm just doing this for peace of mind, for clarity, because it really bothers me that there really is a full blown movie set out here called Port-au-Prince. And the people, their condition is deliberately calculated, made, and it's turned into a real movie set. And it's turned into a movie set for three purposes. Number one factor, the driving factor is money. Number two, organ harvesting is taking place, and it's been taking place for a while on that terrain. Number three, so people can go live high off the horse, exploit the place 100 way to sunset without accountability, and they have no blood connection to the terrain. They just have well, they're well connected, and as we can see these days when they drop in the drone, so they have connection where they can drone drop on the people. I'm telling you, when the dust settle, all that little nonsense about security, boy, when that stuff in, we're gonna see it's not security. There's gonna People gonna be really hurt over there. And I know that there is absolutely zero appetite for intervention over there. They just don't have any appetite for it. Right now, I wouldn't even say it's an intervention they got going. They literally have a killing field going on because random people are being killed. People that don't bother nobody. You have people that have lost their husbands, their wife, their kids. You have people minding their business going out. to buy food for their families blown to pieces. You have a lot of young men and young women from the age of, they've blown them up from the age of 10 to about like 25, 30. They've blown them up. So that's the future that they exterminate. All while these dogs scream security. I'm like, the more they scream security, the more insecurity they bring into the terrain. The more they scream humanitarian crisis, the more these dogs with fleas that eat shit for survival are creating over there. That is what these creatures are creating over there. Personally, there is zero appetite for them on the terrain. The terrain as a whole want for them to get their tail out of there and go somewhere else. Please spread that love somewhere else. Please get your tail out of there. Go spread this humanitarian crap somewhere else. Go spread this fake development crap y'all own. Go spread that somewhere else. Go spread that bad advice somewhere. That bad government. Please take that stuff somewhere else. And that's basically where it's at. There's just no appetite for them at all because, and I have to be frank with you, it's like they view it as worthless, to be honest with you. It's like they're worthless. They're not even worth the air that they breathe. They're not even worth the skin that they're in. They're not even worth the container and the sleeves that they're in. They're just worthless. And it's really tragic when people feel that they have human trash in their land and the trash need to go away. And the more the trash need to go away, the more the trash is trying to hunker down. And we're like, come on now, trash, get out of here. And it's like, it's a real tragic because we have real human trash. And every system with just trash that's hunkering down, trash that's running around talking about, oh, we're going to invest, we're going to invest in food. I said, they're not investing in no damn food. They're going to go ahead and kill the land so they can prep it for extraction. That's what they're about. On one hand, they help you. They're not here to help. They ain't never been here to help. They've been here for one objective, to help themselves in their pockets, to build homes for themselves where they from, to send their kids to school, to buy fancy cars, to live high on a horse. Why they don't do nothing for you? All they do here is make money. Their money is pumping this filth on the world stage so they can use this filth as a form of making money. It's a real business. What is the product? The poverty. Poverty is a real economic. They pull on the heartstring of people. They showing people all this filth, all this time over there. They do not have a real irrigation system in Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince should have had the best irrigation system ever known to mankind. It don't have the best irrigation known to mankind. Actually, Port-au-Prince should have a great water infrastructure. For as much money as these people have begged, it don't have a water infrastructure. It don't have a modern water infrastructure. Basically, what I'm saying here, nothing was ever done for the people. Okay, the people poverty is the money. This is why they always ramping it up. This is why they flooded the place with the guns and the bullets. This is why we have these dogs screaming like raging lunatic. And sometimes, in my mind, I'm like, somebody just punch them right in their goddamn throat. I'm like, if it was a real just world, someone should rip their whole vertebrae, like their whole spinal cord, and throw that damn shit on the table so the rest of them can whoop, whoop, run off. Because they ain't nothing but dogs full of fleas, if you ask me. I personally, I don't have any compassion for them because they're not compassionate people. Because, like I said, they're very dark beings. They have no soul. They have no conscience. They have no moral. They have no ethic. They're not desirable. For me, they're not worth the air they're breathing. They're worthless. And they have been worthless to me for a while. I don't know why we have worthless beings parading themselves like a solution and we know they're worthless. How can a worthless being that's not even worth the air they breathe be a solution? It's not a solution. They just need to take their tail, shut that goddamn movie set up, and take their ass and go somewhere else with it. I think this place have OD'd on the fake intervention, have OD'd on fake aid, have OD'd on fake friendship. And it's not that we are cold, we become callous. Like I tell people, for everything there's a side effect. And I think because we have endured this for so long that we have mutated. Well, we don't believe words. We just don't. We don't believe in flowery words. We're like, yeah, we hear all that. We don't care about that. Collective, we don't care about that. We OD on that. We don't care about the flowery word. We don't care about that stuff. We're gonna develop what? What are you gonna develop? You mean more enclave for people to look like you to move in? You mean you're moving in? That's basic what you're saying here. You're not saying it directly, you're saying it indirectly because this is what you've been doing here. Um, we're gonna build roads. Roads for who? Who's these roads for? Roads so you can drive? Oh, we're gonna build Port-au-Prince. Oh, you're gonna build Port-au-Prince for it to be a non-Haitian Port-au-Prince. You're not building Port-au-Prince for Haitians because if you were building Port-au-Prince for Haitians, you would have been done that. So that's not the game plan here. So whatever rebuild we talked about, that ain't got nothing to do with Haitians because if you were gonna do that, you would have done that a long time ago. You had ample of time to prove what you were about, and you didn't. You failed. You failed miserably. And then when it comes time for you guys to get y'all tail out of there, everybody's seeing y'all holding on to the damn door. Y'all trying to claw into the land. I mean, literally, like human beings, like literally trying to claw in, like trying to dig their feet, their hands, and everything to the soil instead of getting their tail out of there and moving on. You're like, move on, guys. The gig is up. Nobody believe in goddamn thing y'all saying. And you know why nobody believe a goddamn thing y'all saying? Because everything y'all saying is a lie. None of that stuff y'all saying is the truth. Y'all working perversion, man. Everything y'all say is the opposite. When y'all say when y'all say security, it's insecurity. Y'all produce it, man. That's all y'all been doing here, man. We hip to y'all game right now. When y'all talking about development, y'all talking about de-development. What y'all talking about stability? That's not stability y'all talking about. Y'all talking about no development. That's what y'all talking about. Y'all talking about rolling back whatever development's there. I'm like, the proof is in the pudding. What the hell does universities have to do with issues? Why the paramilitaries was stuck on burning down universities? Why was the paramilitaries sucked on burn down libraries? What is it to paramilitaries? Why are they stuck on burn down 700 some schools, man? You know, it's like for me, it's a deliberate attempt to create illiteracy. It's if illiteracy is not bad enough that they really okay. Too many people know how to read and write here. We gotta really roll this stuff back. I mean, this is the stuff they're saying. The aid that you don't need. This is not the kind of help the place needs. The place just needs for them. Shut that NGO nonsense and get your tail out of there. Okay, y'all fail. Y'all had more than enough time to redeem yourself. Y'all had more than enough time to prove y'all about something. This is not what y'all doing. Y'all trying to low key move y'all tail in here, and ain't nobody looking for no masters. Ain't nobody looking for no overlord. Now get yourself out of here and take y'all organ harvesting crap and take y'all PDF and stuff out of here. Okay, you guys have failed miserably. Y'all have failed spectacularly, and I think the place has been very tolerant. Because I think it is that you have to watch and see what they're about. And I think that's what the place was doing. The place was just observing to see what they were going to bring to the table, and they brought none to the table. They brought none to the table. All they doing is keep pumping out this filth nonstop. They got the whole planet thinking that Port-au-Prince is the whole damn country. 2,000 square kilometer is the whole damn place. Okay. And now they're not happy. They're having like little breakout of violence throughout the whole place. For me, I feel like they want to turn the whole thing into a goddamn heap of burning ash for them to be content. Okay, they want the whole thing to turn up into a heat of burning hot cold mess for them to be like, yeah, yeah, film it, film it, film it. That's basically what it is. Basically, what it is, we have parasites. We have parasites that have latched on, and these parasites, they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know where they can go and get the livelihood that they got here. And another thing that's happening with the parasite, no one is putting money in their coffer. And these parasites are getting more uh, zealous. They get more insane. They get more frantic. They get more lunatic. I mean, it's parasitic when the United Nations themselves that bought cholera and that PDF, the little ones, that actually, as I speak to, they have a lawsuit against them. And what's in Haiti? Kids. Kids are all over the damn place. That could be why they're killing the kids. I guess they want to limit their movement around. And I'm like sitting here like, what are they doing? What are they doing? They came out with their little United Nations stuff when the United Nations should be paying reparations for the little ones at PDF and for the cholera they brought in. These cats are not talking about cleaning up the cholera. These cats are talking about, oh, we want another intervention. We bring 1,500. I'm like, are y'all gonna clean that cholera up? Are y'all gonna clean that cholera up? Do y'all have a real game plan for cleaning that cholera up? Do y'all have a game plan? Because the world have heard a game plan. How y'all gonna clean that up? Y'all broke it, but y'all never cleaned it up. The place still have outbreak of cholera, all due to your last intervention. You didn't test anyone, okay? And then there's other illnesses that's there that's not spoke about in open, okay? So you You cocksuckers ain't cleaned up nothing. You cocksuckers are trying to come hunker down to do extraction. That's basically what it is. So you cocksuckers want to come and fill your coffin at the expense of the people, all while parading that the people is why you're there. That we're there to help them. Like bullshit. They ain't there to help nobody. They're there to help their own damn self. They ain't here to help nobody. And they're gonna help a long goddamn time ago. That's not what the mission is about. The mission is about them moving and helping themselves to the resource and moving and helping themselves to the resource and continue their PDF and continue their organ harvesting and continue pimping the place out to fill their pocketbook. That's really what the mission is. There is no goddamn other mission that they have in mind. Basically, they want to do a soft form of colonization where they can turn into a real hard colonization. That is the real game plan on the table. There is no other game plan on that damn table. They just don't know how to roll the damn thing out. Just like they run around and campaign and talk about Haiti is absurd, but the Constitution, Haiti don't give foreigners any right to the land. And the reason it's a small little place, people, you can look at the size of the damn place, man. This about like what 13 million that live on the terrain. There's a couple millions that live off the terrain because they were forced out because of the catastrophe that the doomsday brought in. I call them death cult that came in talking about they were saving like shit. They ain't saving nothing. They made stuff worse. They didn't get their butt off the terrain. That's what they need to do and take that damn family with them, take their kids and all this stuff. I mean, I guess they're gonna have to go find honest day of work. Beside pimping people, beside creating poverty and pimping it out for a living. That's all they are. Their masters is pimping poverty. Masters at creating poverty, man. That is what they do. It's something wrong with that system. That system does not deliver. That system has failed spectacularly. This is the lab, and the lab is letting you know that system failed spectacularly. That system is worthless. That system does not come in peace. That system comes to steal, destroy, and kill. That is what that system comes in. If you ask me, it's a soft form of colonization that sneaks into a place and it comes in with flowery words. And once it get in there, baby, it hunker down. Because right now, as we can see, what it's doing, it's hunkering down. What it's doing, it's keeping people from protesting. What is it doing? It's trying to smash the voice of the real owners of the land. It's being very brutal, being very violent because it knows there is no appetite for it, and the people want them off the terrain. They understand the people are not going to go for that. The people want their tail off the terrain as they're trying to pride themselves. They're literally trying to pry their feet and their hands into the soil. They're trying to hunker down. It's like they're holding on for their life. But there is no lifeline. They just need to get their tail off the terrain. They need to go back from where they come from. That's what they all need to do. Get your tail out there and go back to your native homeland, okay? Because you guys have failed spectacularly. You have nothing to show. Um, the army 100% dismantled. If the army was not dismantled, we wouldn't even have these little thugs running around here. These little thugs wouldn't even been able to get guns like that. Okay, that is one of the reasons the military was dismantled. I like when that Russian representative said, "Why was that dismantled over there? Why don't they have a military over there? It's a nation, right? Why do we have a country that don't have a military? Why?" The guy couldn't answer. He's more shocked he was being asked that. And it was like they were looking all stupid and stuff. They were asking them questions they didn't have answers for. These guns, and then they wouldn't be like, "Oh, but they but the problem with the guns is that these are military grade guns. The place is not at war. Why do we have people have real military killing machinery that have serial number that trace it back to the military industry complex? How did they get their hands on this stuff here? They don't create these things. They don't know. These guys don't know how to fabricate bullets. So how can someone that don't know how to fabricate a bullet have endless bullets? How can people that don't know how to fabricate gun have endless guns? I mean, it's like people want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to clear the land out. Um, they want to whoop them up, and then also there's accusation of high-end black sorcery, high-end nano black sorcery being done on the young guys. There's a lot of allegedly there's rumors of them releasing demons in the place. There's a it's like people, to be honest, the people can't stomach them. The people want them gone. They do not like them. They can't stomach them. They want them to shut their effing mouth up. The people are irritated when they open their flipping mouth. And then, oh my goodness, when they talk about touching the Constitution, whoo, every every hair in their skin crawls. Every hair on their body stands up. It's like the people can't stomach them. And for me, my fear is the more they force themselves on down their throat, they're in for a rude awakening. It is time you listen. When a terrain tell you get your tail out of there, you get your tail out there because you have failed spectacularly. There's no place where you fail spectacularly. Type in the word Haiti. What do we see? Filth. So, what exactly were they doing there? Nothing. They have nothing to show at all. It is so bad that these people realize they have nothing to show, that they're running around looking for grassroots organization to align themselves with, trying to partner with them so they can show and so they can show that they have partnered with people on the terrain. And I have to be honest with you, like I was shocked at the terrain. Like for example, they had like feeding shop where it was grassroots, where they brought their tail around like, hey, I got a couple bag of rice and stuff. I want to contribute. They told them take them bags of rice and get your tail out of here. You did not invest in this. You did not grow this. You did not put any money in this. I don't care about your stupid bag of rice. I got my own rice over here. Take your stink rice that's giving cancer and giving all kind of things and get your tail out of here. You people are deaf cult. Get your deaf cult away from me. And then we had situation where most people don't know that like the 1st of January, typically Haiti drink its independent soup every January 1st, and they were out there like roaches. All of these NGOs were trying to find grassroots organization that was giving out soup for them to align themselves with, and I was shocked. The terrain had really shocked me where they were not having it. Baby, when I mean they were not having it, they were not having it. Get your ass away from me, man. I don't give a damn. I'm not putting you in your stupid logo on me. Take your stupid shirts that have your logo, shove it where the sun will shine, and get your tail from here. You don't be around here. Y'all live in Enclave. Now get your tail to Enclave. And then they had incidents where people literally broke cameras. They said, don't do that. Don't come over here taking goddamn pictures and shit. Don't do that. Don't take no picture of no goddamn kids around here. And don't get your butt around here. Come smile and stand next to get your tail from around here. You didn't put no work in here. This ain't new. You come coast, you come riding on my coattail. They've been doing this. I've been, because this truth is, these grassroots organizations, they are the real heroes of that place. They are the ones that have been doing the hard work, and they refuse to have their hard work be leached off by parasitic agents that want to be looked at as heroes that did not put the work in, and rightfully so. If I have a grassroots organization I've been running for the last 20, 30 years because I'm invested, this is my homeland, these are my people, and I'm invested in the well-being of them. I'm not going to have no cocksucker that gulp hundreds and hundreds of $1 million one cent come stand next to me and bring me some rice that's going to give my people cancer, give them all kind of diseases. Research that this is what these rice bags are doing here, and then bringing shirts with their logos and stuff like that. And you have the doctor come bring about 30, 40 shirts. Hey, I got some shirts I want for us. No, 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 no. We're not doing this with you. We're not doing this. We know what you guys are. You guys are parasites. You guys don't do anything. You guys don't do a damn thing. Okay, this is not a factor for you to make your money. Get your tail from here. And it basically, it's like uh, the people just can't stomach them. When I mean they can't stomach them, I said this is not looking good. Number one, they're gonna have to get the F out of the people's face. Number two, they're gonna have to get the F out of the terrain. Because I feel like you can't force yourself down people's throat. Sometime in life, we should learn to listen. When a place is telling you they had enough of you and your system, it is time for you and your system to go somewhere else and get the F out their face. We shouldn't take it lightly. And they're very upset about the drones that have been dropping on their people. There's a lot of people being killed senselessly on that terrain that did not do anything to anybody. Like, what exactly is a child having a birthday party doing to someone? What exactly are they doing? What exactly is a wedding doing to someone? What exactly? Oh, here's the most grotesque one. What exactly is a funeral doing to someone? People going to the funeral to say goodbye to somebody, and people that going to say goodbye getting blown up. And this is all part of security. I mean, this is a warped sense of security that's being brought on the terrain. It's very perverted, to say the least. It's more so like killing the owners so they can move in. You know, it's really grotesque to say the least. And then here's the thing that's shocking: they have the gall to be upset when they find that people don't like them. They were like, because we did have Some of the people, you had 10,000 that came hunkering down to my shareholder. I'm like, shareholder what? Who sold you what? Nobody sold your damn thing. Y'all need to get your tail out of here. Y'all unwanted guests. You know, I mean, how many times did he say y'all unwanted? Get y'all unwanted, um, worthless tail out of here. Y'all don't do anything. Y'all don't bring anything. Y'all the cult of death. Y'all not viewed as heroes. Y'all viewed as sabotagers. Y'all viewed as parasites, to say the least. We openly say, God damn it, these damn parasites. Can they get the hell out of here? Can these parasites go back where they come from? Gee. And people are like, and now you have people getting really dark, like, hey, they're going to have to get their tail out of here. They're going to have to get their tail out of here. Enough playing. Get y'all parasitic tails out of here, man. You ain't got no love for this place. This ain't about us. This ain't about this place. It's about money making. And get your little parasite, get your little tails out here, man. And I think that they see the writing on the wall, and this is why they're screaming, they're hooping and hollering. So I'm expecting for them to hoop and holler intervention, and I'm expecting for them to show all the filth that there is to show, filth for days. I'm expecting for them to flood the global airwaves with filth, and I'm expecting for them to come out with their filthy words that's hollow, extremely hollow, no feeling, no conscience, nothing, just hollow, 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 nothing in it, and begging for intervention, hoping that they can um, fill their coffin up with money on pain. That's basically the way. That's the gig, people. Don't fall for these people. Don't fall for them. And it hurts me to see that the very people that they saying they're saving are the ones that they're hurting, and then it hurts me to see that outsiders are being preyed on. Basically, they selling this filth to outsiders, and outsiders are falling victims. So not only are they extracting the wealth of the place, they even extracting from people that have good hearts, that want to see the best for the place. But these are not the people you invest in. If you want to see the best for the place, you don't give them one red cent so they can get their tail out of there. Because once they realize the funding has completely ended, they will get their tail out there. They move to another part of the animal, you know. But anyway, please like and subscribe. Like I said, I personally I can't stomach them. I can't stomach when they have their little stupid ass meeting. I can't stomach them when those dogs full of fleas, ticks, and lice that eat shit for survival scream intervention. I'm like, God damn mouthful of shit, intervention. I'm like, shut the hell up. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This ain't got nothing to do with this damn place. It's got to do with your pocket. You guys are just dark, man. Y'all have no soul. Y'all have no conscience. Y'all not sorry. And y'all don't plan to be sorry. And that's why I am 10 toe down. Amnesty for what? They're not sorry, man. They're not sorry. How can you forgive a being that's not sorry? They would do it over again, probably do it in grand style. And that's the truth here. Please like and subscribe. And I'm just putting this out there because I'm so sick of it. I want it to end. I want them to get their tail off the terrain, go back where the hell they come from. Just so the place can start cleaning this mess up. So majority of us, we want to go back home. We're like, hey, we want to go back home. We're like, hey, we want to go back home, but we have a problem here. We are parasites over there. They need to get their tail out of there and take that shit somewhere else. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Bye.